You've been given the task of completing the clip on this utility belt. As you can see, the utility belt is made out of carbon fiber, so it's pretty strong. We're going to use the existing half of the clip to design the other part. We're using that as a template. Once we've created that, we'll be adding some other components such as a water bottle, a walkie-talkie, and lead weights. Let's get started in creating that second half of the clip. To do that, I'm going to use that as a template, starting with a sketch rectangle. Select my sketch plane, and these are approximate dimensions. We'll refine them after we build our prototype. Drag that rectangle out. You don't want to go too far to the right. You want to stay in that area right there. That's good. Now I want to extrude that profile, but if I don't hide the belt, I'm going to take out the existing half. So what we need to do is we need to hide the belt. Select the belt, select hide. Now we can go ahead and extrude that profile. Select extrude. I want to go into the screen, -7 millimeters. Now you'll notice I'm using millimeters for my dimensions. If you want to use inches, you can do that by going to the drop-down menu. In the next section of the design, I want to add some small rectangular pieces on, and from those rectangular pieces will be the pin that will complete the design of this half of the clip. So to do that, I'm going to turn around and look at the face that I created on the first part and project that surface. Then go to Sketch Rectangle again. That gives me that corner. So select my sketch plane, select the corner, and drag it out. You want the lower edge of the rectangle to be just above the existing belt. We have that profile. I can now go to Extrude. I don't quite know the distance, so I'm going to drag on that, and I'm going to look at it from a couple of different angles. Let's look at it straight top down. That's probably a little too large. Let's drag that back, and I'm looking at the values. It's currently around 14, 13. Let's try 12 and see what happens. 12 or 13 looks good. Let's settle on 12. Now to complete this design, we need to build a similar little part on the lower part of the belt. So I've gone ahead and completed that second part. You can see it down towards the bottom. And what I need to do now is create the pin that this half of the clip will rotate upon. Okay, I'm going to start by hiding the part that I just built. The reason why I'm doing that is I'm going to project the existing surface. So select the top of the belt, show the solids again, and that gives me a pretty good idea as to where this pin should be located. I'm now going to go to Sketch, Circle. I could select that top surface and just drive the pin right through it, but I'm actually going to select the underside surface, which takes a little bit of use of the Orbit tool and zooming and panning. Let's get back to where we were and draw that circle. Keep in mind the function 6 key will always take you back to the full view. I've selected the circle, and I'm just dragging that out to an approximate size and placing the circle. With the circle created, I can now extrude that profile, which will give me that pin. I think it'll be a little bit easier if I hide the shape of the belt or the belt. So select Hide from the menu, select the profile, then select Extrude. I don't know the exact distance, so what I'm going to do is simply drag that down. You can actually go into the other part just a little bit if you wish. So it has to be equal or longer. Looks like 31 millimeters is the answer. Make sure it's join. So that's good. We've created the second half of the belt now. We've created that pin. I'm going to hide all the sketches and show the solids again. So in the next stage, we'll be cutting out some holes so that the clip can actually clip onto the other half.